Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are having an amazing day today. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in the comment section. Let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. And as we get started here, keep in mind that everything we do here today is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice and or recommendations. All right. There we go. There we go. The screen is lighting up. Morning, Robert. Gilles, glad you made it. Gilles, what in the world is going on over there in Canada with the roads, man? Can you fix this stuff? Morning, Kevin. Hey, Tony, how you doing? Scalper Ed, how are you? Alan, good morning. Say hey, how you doing? Morning to you as well. Evelyn, good morning. Hey, Mark, good morning. Erica, morning. Fantastic. Well, good. Definitely appreciate the help. If you like what you see here, folks, make sure that you subscribe and follow along to the various social platforms that we have. Right? We probably put out somewhere between 7 and 10 or 12 videos a week onto YouTube at times, not to mention all the other videos and posts that we put up on other social platforms. So make sure you subscribe not only here on YouTube, but the various other platforms that we have as well. And keep in touch with everything that we do. All right. Fantastic. So with that, man, oh man, I love all the ones coming in there. Good, Ed. I'm glad to hear it. Morning, Jonathan. Morning, Linda. Morning, Karen. Glad you made it. All right. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's start off today with the futures. All right. So the ES right now down 1 1/4. Not bad compared to where we were. We've definitely recovered a little bit from yesterday. I'm not calling this a bottom. I'm not calling this a recovery. If anything, folks, if you look at it, I mean, that sharp sell-off yesterday, today you're probably going to see some short covering. What is short covering? People that shorted the market, they shorted stocks yesterday. They sold stocks they don't own. They sold it at 100. It's now worth 90. They buy it back at 90. They keep the difference, right? You're going to see potentially some short covering today. So that might be a small recovery in the markets. But the fear didn't go away. The fear hasn't left with what the Fed is talking about. All right, with the changes out there proposed. So, and when I say proposed, the potential for raising rates. I saw something this morning. I think Citigroup had increased their percentage of a seventh rate hike this next year. So, first one coming in March is what we're going to see. And really, how aggressive they are is going to be a huge focal point. Do they start with a 1/4 point, or do they go right for the throat and go with a 1/2 point increase? Right. So there's the ES. Like I said, we're down just less than a point on ES right now. On the YM, we're down 11 points right now. Nice recovery there. Again, just like the ES was. We'll look at the NASDAQ, which is the NQ, and we're up slightly. NASDAQ had a huge move down. Folks, when you look at the pullback the markets have taken, we were not that far away with the S&P 500 being back at where we were for the year, right, from the beginning of the year. We were not that far away on the Dow being back where we were. The NASDAQ, we still had a good percentage to go. So for me, I look at it as if I see recoveries in the market, the NASDAQ is probably where I'm going first because it's got the most potential to recover. So I'll add more to my Qs positions is my initial thought today anyway. We'll see as the announcements come out. But I'll be adding more to my Qs positions before I'll overweight my Qs. How about that? I'll do more on the NASDAQ, a little bit less on my SPY as I go through. But we're up 10.5 points. So nice recovery right now taking place. On the RUT, we got a bounce going there as well. We're up about 3 points on RUT right now. Great for our iron condors. Bitcoin, 43.8. They took a nice just beating yesterday. And it wasn't one. They got beat on twice yesterday on their pullback. Right? So, but they're down right now about 400 points. They're down about the value of Netflix today. Shares. So Ethereum right now is break even, up 50 cents. Not that big a deal on a $3,000 vehicle. Gold has had a big sharp sell-off in the last 15 or 20 minutes. They're down about 8 points. Looks like there's some room for them to run. And crude oil, woo, rocking, baby. Come on now. Come on, get it back up there. I know. You're like, Rob, stop. I don't want oil prices to go up. I know I have energy position right now, so I'm looking for energy to rock. right? And to make a move. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at some trades from yesterday. Guys, if there are some trades that you did, whether you got them from here or did them on your own, drop them in. I'd love to hear about it. Share them with everybody else. My experiences are awesome. Your experiences are just as important for not only me to see what you're doing, but for everybody else here to get an understanding of what others are trading out there. All right. So there's only one candidate that I took from yesterday, and that was Mattel, M-A-T. Right? We had a lot of weights yesterday. We had weight on Uber, weight on Twitter, weight on TPR, weight on Sono. Right? We had a lot of weights yesterday. Mattel, we were looking at a bull put spread below 23. Right? So if we go back and look at Mattel, right, let me actually open this up full screen. Right? So we wanted the spread to be below 23. We wanted the price to be above 23. So we opened up about 23 and a half. We're right there. It was time to take that trade very quickly. And you can see we moved up and we just went sideways. Flatline, right? I love it. We were able to pick up on the 23.22. We were able to pick up 30 cents yesterday. And if we look, let's flip this over to vertical. I think we've got it. Yeah, we've got to change the spread width to 2. So the 22-23 bull put spread right now, it's at 5 by 5. So we've got parity in there, right? On the bid, on the ask, which of course puts on mid at 5 cents. So great move. Let it expire, buy it back. I'm not a fan of letting it expire. We've got $1.40 of protection right now. If I could buy it back for a nickel and keep 5, 6, so what is this? 6 is that 17%? Keep about 83% of the premium ish, right? 80%, somewhere around there, 78%, whatever the numbers are, right? We're pretty close, right? Whatever 1/6 comes out to be, right? Yeah, Sean's not excited about prices going up. It costs him almost $80 to fill his tank, but you got to see what Sean's truck looks like. Alan said, terrific Tesla. All right, Squeamish Square. And Amazon was all sizzle, no steak. Okay. Paul said, got in and out too early on NVIDIA, lost a bit, need to understand how to wait a bit for better entries / moves. Okay. I get it, Paul. It was a day trade, right? So one of the things I'm doing for one of our advanced trainings, I see a lot of people struggling with some of the day trade components of the rules, the entries, the exits, the whens, the whys, the hows. So it's an advanced level training that we're doing for those that are in our power option plays. I'll be teaching them sometime in the next couple of weeks. We just decided to do it this week. We're going to do a live training on day trades where we actually walk through and learn exactly the details of what I look for in my day trade stuff. So hopefully for those of you that are in power option plays, that'll make a big difference for you. Mattel options don't expire today. February 11th. Sure they do. Yeah, no, they do, Jonathan. They expire today. All right. Robert said, bull put spread on Disney, stopped out. Bull put spread on Twilio, went against me, bought back the short position, let the long put recover. Both spreads with a small cost. Stopped out on accused. Better days ahead. Yep, it happens, Robert. Jules said he did Baidu and Square. Nice. Both of those off of our power option plays. Erica said, awesome. Signed up for Pop. Yeah, we're going to have some fun with that, Erica. We really are. Let's see. Jonathan said, wrote puts on put spreads with Twilio. Must close at or below or above 210. All right, nice. Yeah, said, hey, I love Alan, how you phrase the stocks, right? Yeah, Alan's our wordsmith here, guys. Alan is all about coming up with, phraseology around the company, right? Amazing Amazon, right? Things like that. So I love it. I absolutely love it. Jonathan said, wondering why you don't let them expire worthless, Mattel. So when do options expire, Jonathan? They expire Friday at 4 p.m., right? No, they don't. If it's a weekly option, they expire at 6 p.m. on a Friday night. If it's a monthly option, it expires at 11:59 a.m. Central Time on Saturday. Price can move after the market closes. You may be in a position that's very close in price and get exercised on that position, at 1 minute to 4, it could happen. And there's nothing you could do about it. And it doesn't matter. You took on an obligation to avoid the risk of getting exercised. Now, if you have the cash, it's not a big deal, right? You buy the position, they exercise you at 23 and it's trading at 24.5. Great. I'll just sell it at 24.5 on Monday. But many people are not trading spreads because they've got all the cash sitting in their account. So it's just on a short leg to eliminate your risk of exercise, you wind out of that trade prior to expiration, right? So that's the why for me, Jonathan. Linda said, I'm not fast enough yet. Microsoft was up near 95 line. I hesitated, and that's when the Fed guy talked about rate hikes. I didn't know how severe the drop was going to be. By the time I looked down, it was at 80. Yeah, and you can't do anything about that, Linda. Right? I mean, no one can be that fast, right? A lot of times you got to be in it to win it, right? Type thing. You got to be trading to be, to get those big moves. You got to be on the right side of it when it happens. But to say, I didn't catch it when the Fed said it and we got that big drop, other than having the order preset, there's really not a whole lot you do with that. So I get it though. Alan said, I'm a big fan of the New York Post headlines. No, Andrea, you cannot still trade till 6 o'clock. The options are not actually closed. They expire for you and I at 4 p.m. But the market makers, they're till 6. If they have to exercise positions out or it becomes beneficial to them, they could still exercise after the market closes. So you could, again, what if you're 1 penny away and right at 4 o'clock, it shifts by that 1 penny and now you're exercised? I don't take the chance. I get out of my short legs. But it's a personal choice. All right? Perfect. So let's go ahead and take a look at today's candidates. I love wintertime with sniffles. All right. So for today, that was yesterday's candidates. For today, I don't have a whole lot of candidates that are weeklies, but I have just as many monthly options, but they expire next Friday. So they're like weeklies to me, so it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead, open up our chart with our pre-marker on it, and let's go look at AFRM, firm, right? They had earnings come out, apparently not very good, right? So if we go here and look at AFRM, okay, you see that very short 55 moving average, meaning it already stopped? That tells me that this is not a very old company, right? So it goes back, where's my line? Crosshair. Goes back to January of last year. So they're just over a year old. Yeah, they're plenty old for me, right? So right now we're sitting at 53.71. So we're in the middle here. Let's see, 47 and 66. That's 19 points. 19. We don't need a Fibit in here, right? Where it's not required for us, but we're right exactly at where we're at right now. So here's what I want to see. If we go ahead and split this level in half, right? And folks, if you are sitting here saying, what in the world is a Fibit? Sean, can you drop the links into that free training, please? Guys, there's a free training that I do on Fibonacci's, which will help you understand exactly what that is. So we're sitting at 53.56 right now, and we've got a Fibit at 56.25. So we're below that. So for a firm, I want the stock to be below 56 and a bear call spread above 56. Right? Yeah. So that's my call, and I'm sticking with it. CLF is my next one. All right, let me just put a mark here so I know where I'm at. All right. CLF is my next one that I've got. Let's go to TradeStation. CLF. It was earnings, by the way. Cleveland Cliffs. It was earnings that came out. Nice recovery. If we do a quick, how much are they down? They're only down 78 cents. Okay, so they've had a good recovery in there. Lower price stock, only about $20. So if we look at the daily chart, right now they're sitting at $20.17. We need a fib to be drawn on here. Not one I normally look at. CLF. Ooh. I like the push up into the 618. We're looking for the inverted or the upside down H pattern. I mean, a regular H pattern. We pushed up. We're down right now at 2017. 2024, go figure. How did that line be right there where the stock is now? Why did the stock stop there? No one has a clue. We do, right? So I'm looking at the stock below 20 and the bear call spread above 21 is far. I don't think I'm getting away with that. It's going to wind up being above 20, but I'm going to put down aggressive. Not my favorite trade, guys. All right, not my favorite trade at all. Expedia is our next one. All right, so let's see a bigger picture of the fib. Good. So the Fibonacci is still good. Just need to drag it out. Pull out. Earnings was the note, was the reason yesterday for the move. They're up $11.50. There's more people on planes. I heard some of this story a few days ago, not on Expedia, but on the industry. More people on planes, more people in hotels. People are just tired of living their lives of, I'm afraid and I don't want to go out. I don't want to travel, blah, blah, blah. So Expedia is going to start to see some more movement. And they did as well into the last quarter, especially around the holidays. So right now we're sitting at 209.5 on Expedia. So let me do the scrunch key. 209.5. Good. So we're above 207. So I want the price on Expedia to be above 207. And for a bull put spread, I want it to be below 206. We'll also look at a long call, potentially, right? So we're up at 209.5. For the long call, I need a retest of the 207 level. Doesn't have to come all the way down to 207 exactly, but get down in the range. How far from it? It's view, folks. It is not a percentage. It's the way it looks on the chart. That's what it's going to come down to. If we look at Expedia, and if we snap a line at, what did I say? What was that level? 206.87. Right? 206.87. Right? It's visual. When I look at that line, where it is right now, blue is a bullish candle, pink is bearish, right? Where it is right now, we're just too far away, right? Where we were even on this candle is just too far away. I wanted to get a little bit closer than that and then bounce, right? It's a visual to me. It is not, never has been a percentage, a dollar amount. How does it look on the chart in comparison, right? It is the big thing there. Yeah, the super magnet pulled it there. You got it, say hey. Absolutely the reason for it. No question, right? So there's Expedia. Then we have Zillow, which is also earnings. All right, so let's go here. Earnings were good. All right, earnings were good. These are their C shares, right? So they made a nice move today. Let's go back and look at the daily chart. They're up $6.50, $6.25 right now. Ooh, let's see. So we're in an overall downward trajectory here. We definitely need a new Fibonacci. We blew right through that negative 618. Let's go here. So we're going to draw off of this swing high. So it's off of the wick, not off of the body. The highest high we have. We move down here. This was a sideways move. We moved down before we got our bounce. So we're going to come down off of that bottom right there. We will pull it out. And let's look if we need any fibbits. 38.5 to 50. So let's call it 38 to 52, just to make it easy math. 48, that's 14 points. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, we need a fibbit without a doubt. We need both. We need fibbits on both. So let's go ahead and add the negative 136 and the 118. Okay. So now we are at 55. We're at 55.20. So we're in the middle, right? So a long call becomes much harder for me unless we retest the 52.5 level, right? And we've got a good distance to move down. I don't know if it will. And if it does, do I trust the bounce at that point? All right. I'm not sure. So what we're going to look at is if we're sitting at 55.5, we're going to look at the price above 53. And we're going to look at a bull put spread below 52. All right. Nothing I want to do on this that would be directional. Okay. Sean said, do you generally prefer the A shares or the C shares? I saw on CNBC app earlier that they were using the ticker ZG. One of them on our list, Sean, is ZG. But here's, and I'll jump to it. It's the last one on our list. Doesn't matter. But watch. ZG. No, let's not do that. Hold on. Here's Zillow. Okay. Here's my option chain on Zillow. Right. ZG is Zillow Group. Here's my option chain on Zillow Group. What's the problem? Monthly options. That right there is the biggest component for me. The other thing is, look, if this doesn't do it, then look at volume of what goes on with the shares. And many times you'll see the shares on one are greater than the other. And I'll tend to trade if they're both Google as an example, right? If you look at Google, right? They have weekly options, right? This is their C shares. Google, Googl. Google also has weekly options, right? We trade the Google, which in this case is the A shares. Why? Because of the activity on the shares, right? Versus the Goog. Cool. Good, Sean. All right. So if we look back at, we'll leave ZG. Let's just go in my order. GoDaddy, GDDY. And my order just means alphabetical. That's all it is, right? GoDaddy right now is earnings. They are up $4.50 right now, $4.25. Monthly options only available on them, right? So if we look, let me get out of here, go back to single, right? We've got plenty of open interest on our calls. We've got plenty of, not as much open interest on the puts, but do we have enough there? Not really on the puts. There's not a whole lot of open interest on the puts. If we're long, which we're not long puts, we're looking to be long calls. So, they're fine. So what I'm looking at here, if we go look at the daily chart, GDDY, do. No, they're at 78.5. They're at 78.50 right now. We have a fib line at 78.58. Okay. All right. So if we're at 78.58, we'll be looking at a bull put spread. So I want the stock to be above 77, and I want a bull put spread above 77. Right now on the wrong line. Bull put spread below 76. All right, let's go look at YELP. All right, let's come here. YELP. YELP. All right, they're up $2.19. Again, monthly position on YELP. If we look at the daily chart, right now they're at 36.70. This becomes a wait for me, guys. I am not excited about this at all. Just Western indicators, right? Look left, right? So I'm going to go here and watch. We'll just use a bigger time frame there. Okay, right about there. So I've got a resistance level drawn right off of these tops, came into these bottoms here, all of this congestion back here. That puts us at 77.30. Right now we're at 76.70, 36.70, right? So we are, 40, 50, 60 cents away from that resistance line. Wait. Zen. All right. So they had a tremendous move yesterday. on Zen. Come on, what happened there? Let's go here. Zen, they had a tremendous move yesterday. Again, monthly options available only. Looks like I froze on my chart. Too many things open right now. So we'll be looking at a bull put spread. You know what? Let's do it this way. Let's come here. Guys, drop in the candidates you want me to take a look at. We'll have 3 or 4 minutes left to finish them up. So drop yours in. And I've only got one more after Zen to go, which is ZG. So Zen has had a nice move over the last couple of days, right? It's had some nice run to the upside. It's sitting right now at about 117.5 in the pre-market, right? Which puts it right about here, right? We're up about $3.38 right now. So we'll be looking at a bull put spread on Zen, right? And then lastly is going to be ZG, which is Zillow Group. Now, we already said we wanted a bull put spread on Zillow. ZG has monthly options on them only. But folks, for me, I'm going to trade where the weeklies are at. You're going to see more interest there and so forth. So I'm not going to trade this one. I'm going to pass on it. But I wanted you to see that there's more than one out there for it. All right. So let's see. We had one come up sooner, I thought. FRM, if not already covered, which was GPP. Sorry, can't figure out the exact phraseology. I love some of the names out there. So AFRM, we're looking at, so bearish move, big bearish move to the downside recently. Yesterday, a big sell-off, right? Right now, and guys, we had a major support level right here. Right now, we are down to $54 a share. Right? Huge move to the downside. So let's see where we're at right now. Puts us about here. Yeah, you've got some room to run right down to about 48.5 on a firm. Right? So I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments below. Frankie's asking for Micron. So let me see. All right, let me close this down, guys. I really would rather use it there. All right, so let me see if I can start it back up again. Let's keep that puppy in the background while it does. So if we look at Micron, MU, they've got a nice move to the upside going on so far today, 90 cents, right? I like the overall move. That move up, the retracement and the bounce has been awesome. I would be looking at the tops here at about 97 as resistance. So, Frankie, you definitely have some room for this one to move, right? All right. Next is going to be ZS. Darlo's asking for ZS. 5. Let's come back here, ZS. And I really want to see the 5-minute chart for this, right? All right. So we're up about $1 on ZS right now. Who is the Z scaler? Right, we're up about $1 right now. So that puts us at 285. Bigger picture. I mean, overall, nice move, right? So 285 puts us right up in here. You've got room up to 293 with a support about 277 on ZS. Hope that helps. Linda's asking for Mr. Softy. MSFT. Let's see where they are in pre-market. All right, so they're up 87 cents right now. A lot of congestion. Oh, didn't want to do that. Let's undo that. A lot of congestion there, Linda. Look what's going on there. We are playing between that 302 and that 309 level, right? Over and over and over again. So you got to bounce off of that 303. I'd love to see a small pullback today and a bounce from there. You definitely got room to go. And since we move about $9 a day, you've got enough energy, enough movement potential to make it all the way back to that 309.5 today. So I do like it. Dividends are not coming out until next week, so we're okay there. So, Linda, I hope that helps. Erica's asking for Roku. And, guys, you can let me know down in the comment section if you still have a question on it or you liked it, it was helpful, let me know. Let's see. So we're looking at Roku, I said, right? SROKU. S is just the factor I need to enter the symbol in. So earnings showing up here. Let's see. Where do I have them? Roku is one that we track in power option plays. No, I don't remember all the dates. I don't need to. That's why I write them down. February 17th confirmed is earnings date. So, day trade's fine, but be very careful on anything swing trade on Roku, Erica. Okay. That's number one. Number two, we're going to go look at what the daily is, the intraday is doing on Roku. And we're up $1.75 right now. Overall, we were in a bearish neutral bias. We're sitting at 167 right now. Our moving average is at 166.27. So if you think you got a potential for a run to the upside, it's 176. Your downside, if we fail, takes you to about 155. Right? Hope it helps. John said, looking at BBBY and BP from Covered Call Explorer. BP not the greatest return, but like CL to go up, right? For crude to go up. Good. Okay. So let's see. BBBY. Right. So a lot of congestion going on. I always forget you can't do that. Right. A lot of congestion going on right here on BBBY. We need it back above that moving average. Right. We do now have lower highs in there, which I'm not excited about. We have higher lows. So we've got a wedge formation going on in there. As long as we can get the bounce, we're okay on BBBY. BP. Yeah, I like BP. As you said, the premium must be lower, but you may, at this point, I don't know where BP is for next week, and I don't remember what we had for premium on it in Covered Call Explorer from yesterday. I just don't remember the numbers. But maybe naked put on it, but I like where it is. I like the position that we're sitting in. Right, BP. We're up 52 cents to 33.5 on BP right now. So I think this might have been a wick to the 8 or a pullback to the 8, whatever the note was for it. So I hope that helps. Andres is asking for NEO. All right, NEO, N-I-O. So NEO is up 10 cents right now. Big picture is bearish. I'd be cautious on anything to the upside. You do have room up to 29.5, which is our moving average. But if we break down below the 8, you got room down to the 23. But overall pattern is bearish. So day trade, fine. Directional trade, probably not excited about it. Let's see. Did I miss a question? Oh yeah, so I did. I saw this in there, Bucksy. So Bucksy had said, Rob, I lost so much money trading, about 82 grand. How do I recover? What strategy? So there's a lot more to the conversation, Bucksy, than just do this. It really doesn't work like that. It comes down to what you have in your portfolio, meaning the strategy that you're going to choose to trade based on the amount of the account size, right? It really comes down to your risk profile. Are you comfortable holding overnight? Are you not? Are you someone that is very high risk taker? Are you that day trade going after the Amazons of the world? You're trading big contract numbers. There's a lot of things to it, right? Really, the big part comes down to figuring out, and I talked about this last night in a free training that I did called I've Got the Power. It really comes down to, are you looking to try to recover everything quickly and really hit a home run on it? Usually when you get to desperation mode of I lost a big enough chunk of money and I need to recover it quickly, becomes a lot harder to be successful at. It's kind of, I lost my job and I need a new one. It's a lot harder to find a job once you lost one than when you had a job and you're looking for a new one, right? It's the same thing here. When you're in trouble in the market, it's harder to recover because you're focused on it so heavily. I'm a big directional trade fan. If you're doing a strategy like a spread or anything, a covered call, a diagonal, iron condors, anything that requires multiple legs, you might be best served backing away from that. But the best thing you could do to get started moving back to profitability is stop funded trading and move over to non-funded trading, only paper trades. And from there, listen, this is the baseball player that can't hit the ball lately. They're batting 180. right? They're usually a solid 260 hitter. They're batting 180. You need to back up and go from that 180 to 260 again, but do it in batting practice, right? Get out of that slump and then shift back over. Something took place that caused this to happen. If you were profitable prior to that, you got to figure out what it was. It could be the shift in market. We moved from more swing trades to more day trades with what's gone on in the market in the last couple of weeks, right? So long answer, folks. I hope it helped, Bugsy. So good question. Good. All right. Thanks, Rob. Looking forward to pop training. Lots of recordings to go through in the meantime. Oh yeah, John, there's a ton of stuff in there for you. Right. Last one, Apple was Derek, and then we're going to rock on. And I got to get myself ready for the market to open. All right. Apple's up 23 cents right now, so it's flat. Listen, who asked this question? Derek, I love where Apple is, right? We have a confluence of the 8 moving average, close enough to our fib line. Get above the 8, which is 172.81. On this bounce, right now we're at 172.35, and there's an opportunity. I would use probably about 171 or so, 173.25, maybe. Yeah, somewhere in that range as a stop. All right. Fantastic. Linda said, anyone who isn't in, got it. Thank you, Linda. Linda said, anyone who isn't in the 30-day challenge, right? It's one trade away challenge is what it's called. It's a lot of info, amazing price. You should be in it, even if it's a review. Yeah. So guys, what Linda's talking about, Sean, do you have a link for that? Guys, it's $49. We've been doing it live for about a week. Well, almost 2 weeks now. It's a 30-day challenge. If you want to be in the live one, you still can. You got some backup to go through. It's a lot of the preliminary stuff to get started. We also do it where it just remains a recording, where you just watch it recorded going forward as well. So Sean will drop that link in as soon as he gets it. If not, we'll put it down in the description below. All right. Yeah. So let's see. Sorry, without my glasses, I just can't see it. Yep. Definitely agree. Noob said, yeah, it's awesome there. Vaskin passed away a couple of years ago, Jonathan. He passed away, goodness gracious, 99, 2000, somewhere around there. Vaskin was my first mentor ever. Derek said, I'm in there. Great training, recommended to all. Yeah, we've gotten amazing testimonials back from people already for what we're going through in the One Trade Away Challenge. So super stoked about it. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, Sean dropped the link. Click on it and check it out. All right, I will talk to you soon, folks. Take care for now. Bye.